Hi everyone, Danielle from Riverside Spa and Salon here. I just wanted to make a quick video to help all of you with maybe your crazy eyebrows or your upper lip hair. Right now, obviously we cannot get our eyebrows waxed by our esthetician. So I wanted to just give you a couple tricks and tips to not overdo it at home if you're trying to maintain your brows at home. So let me go ahead and show you a couple of the tools that I use. A brow pencil with a comb on the end, just to comb them in place when you're trimming or just kind of get those hairs out of the way that you do not want tweezed. And of course, tweezers and brow scissors. So if you want to follow me on over here, I'm going to show you the first step to tweezing your brows. There we go. A couple of things that you want are to not do and are very, very important is to overdo it. So especially on the ends, oftentimes people see one or two hairs just hanging out on the ends and they just want to ding, 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 and take them off. We do not want to do that because it immediately shortens the brows, and definitely stay away from that. If you're questioning it at all, don't tweeze it. Also, another area that people tend to over tweeze is the middle of their brows. The ideal brow is going to start kind of diagonal from the corner of the eyeball. You can see that mine are even a little bit short on the inner corners here, but just keep in mind, don't go too crazy with that because again, it's going to make the appearance of your brow look too short. And again, just follow that great shape that your esthetician has already given you and stay away from the actual line. So get all the stuff that's down here and stay fairly close to that line, but leave maybe even a row of hair where that shape begins so that you don't risk over tweezing. And those are a couple of things that I think are going to be very helpful regarding tweezing and not overdoing it. And another area that people tend to go a little crazy on is trimming. If you have very long brow hair, what you're gonna wanna do is people tend to always comb their brows up and then use their scissors to trim. Not good. That's going to leave, if you trim too short, that's going to leave holes in the brow. A great way to avoid that is you're going to go ahead and you're going to comb the brow down, comb the hair down so you can see really closely here that all the hair that is below the shape of my brow, that's the hair that I'm going to trim. And anything that doesn't hang below that, I'm not going to trim. So then what's going to happen is you're going to brush it back into place and it's going to lay flat and evenly across your brow bone. Some areas that you can comb up and trim are going to be right in the front of the brow here. So if you comb right on the surface here and then you just take your scissors and just do a little tiny bit, that is helpful. I know a lot of you get the longer hair right through there, so do I. You're gonna be very careful, and then you can just comb them back into place. If you tend to comb down, even you can see I've got one long one hanging out there. I'm gonna go ahead and trim that. If you tend to get longer brow hair, definitely always comb down, trim what's left over, then comb them back into place. You want to avoid at all costs combing the hair up and cutting that way because you'll make holes in your brow hair. And another quick tip regarding your upper lip hair, we all have it and it's probably in full swing right now. Slanted tweezers work very well for that. You can pull your skin nice and taut and just tweeze with the slanted side facing the skin. And if it's a little irritated after, even with tweezing, it can get a little sensitive, a little irritating. You can go ahead and just take a cool cloth or a cool cotton round and wet it with water and just kind of hold it there, let it cool, let it soothe, maybe even a little bit of lotion, a calming, soothing lotion or aloe is going to be just fine. There's not much damage that you can do tweezing your upper lip. There is some damage that can be done when you are maintaining your own brows if you're not careful about that. So hopefully all of this information will be helpful to you, and hopefully we get to see you very soon back at the shop for your regular waxing sessions. But until then, I hope that helps. These are just a few tips and tricks that we wanted to offer during this time to hopefully help you out a bit. If you need scissors or if you need a good set of tweezers, you can find those at spariversedge.com on our online store.